Hi, this is Dr. Luke with your class update. I thought I'd start us off with a comic geared towards music education since there are so many in the class who are interested in music education. You may have to move the little screen with my picture on it so that you can see it. Comes to us from andertunes.com. Little boy and little girl sitting on a swing set. Little boy saying, got a B plus in math, an A minus in social studies, and a B flat in music. Uh-huh. For those of you who don't know me very well, I love puns and bad jokes, as you can probably tell by the joke that I told last week. Okay, so we'll get rid of the cartoon and move on to the things we have announcement-wise. So this last week you were learning about assimilation and accommodation, which are two terms used in Piaget's theory. And the idea of those two is to get the child back to equilibrization. You would have noticed that in the lecture about my niece Lucy, but that is the point. And then you also would have read and thought about ZPD, Zone of Proximal Development, and that's associated with Vygotsky. Now this is related to a cognitive task, and it is specifically talking about the area of development that a student cannot complete independently. There needs to be an adult, someone more experienced, wiser, however you want to look at it, to help this child complete the task. That is what is within the zone of proximal development. As I mentioned, there were a lot of people in music education or with a music background in this class. And so what I'm going to try to do in the future is gear some of the discussion forums and break them up by subject or content area that you're interested in, whether that's music ed or high school or elementary or special ed, so that we can get right at some of the issues or concerns that may be relevant to that specific field. Also, if you would ever like an example from the particular field you're interested in, just please send me a quick email and I'm happy to provide that. Anything that would, help clarify a concept for you. Grades are current except for anything that was due today, which is the 25th. And if you would like to see your grades, and as I mentioned earlier, I would encourage you to check your grades throughout the semester for a couple of reasons. A, it helps you gauge your performance. B, I provide feedback, and that can help you in future assignments. And C, well, there was a C, but all of a sudden it just left. To see your grades, you're going to go to the top of the screen, and there will be a little tab that says Assessments. Click on Assessments and click on Grades, and the grades will be there, as will my feedback. For your assignments, the only assignment that you're going to need to attach a file, I believe, is the field experience portfolio at the end of the semester. You are more than welcome to attach a file, but it is not necessary unless it specifically says please attach a file. But I will leave it up to you and your preference. A lot of people like to have the Word document just to have, which is fine. This week there is an exam. It's over the first 3 modules. It is worth 25 points, and you will have 50 minutes to complete the exam. Now it is open book, but I must caution you with open book exams that are timed. You still need to know the content fairly well, as you won't be able to spend a ton of time looking it up. So I would prepare for this exam the way you would any exam that you would be taking in class. After you submit your exam, you will be able to see your score and your responses. I will release the correct responses after the exam has closed. I think that is it for announcements for this week. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I'm happy to help. Have a good week. Bye-bye.